Hello, you guys. Welcome to your reading. It is me, Danyell Carmelita, your favorite tarot reader and astrologer. Today, joining us with this reading today, I'm going to light a candle and we're going to insert some candle magic here. I have this book here, and the candle that I chose that my spirit was calling to use is the blue candle, and it is a royal blue candle. And here's the book too. It is written by, I think, Charmaine Day. The royal blue is the color of Jupiter, and it's from the Jupiter influence and represents laughter, loyalty on a communal level, success, group, enterprise, and expansion. Jupiter is also the planet of luck. Jupiter is also dealing with law. Yeah, and it's a very prolific planet. Okay, now be careful of doing too much with Jupiter because that can happen as well. Do not overcommit. Also, this color invokes spirituality to me, so I thought it was perfect for this reading. We're going to light the candles. We're going to set intentions for positivity and expansion and growth in any arena or department that you are yearning for expansion and luck in. I'm also going to light this candle, and we're going to set the intention for a positive reading and for everyone to have some personal growth from this reading. Okay, so let's get started. So in this monthly of August pick a card reading, I am going to discuss the monthly mysteries and give you some insights through tarot for the month. I am going to go over the monthly theme. I am going to go over the challenges you're going to experience, the opportunities you're going to experience within this month. I'm going to give you advice, and I'm going to give you an overall outcome if you follow the advice, okay? Now, I'm also going to do week by week breakdown. There are 4 weeks within this month, so we're going to do 1 card for each week for the 4 weeks. Also going to do an area of focus for this month, not just one area, but 5 areas. So we're going to discuss your career, your relationships, your health, your finances, and your personal growth for this month of August. And lastly, within this reading and within the spread, I'm going to discuss the astrological influences for you this month. And if you want to know about the astrology for the month, I do have a video on that, so check that out. But within this tarot, I'm going to talk about the sun's influence on you within this month, the moon's influence, and the moon is representing your emotions, the sun is representing your physical body and your ego, and then Mercury, which is representing your communication and clarity and your mental processing, and it's also retrograding this month, so we'll discuss that. The Venus influence, which is representing your love, your beauty, and your finances, your self-esteem. And then lastly, Mars influence, and it's influencing your energy, your motivation, and your action. Also some sexuality within that too. Okay, so just the personal planets. We're not doing the outer planets, and we do have one outer planet visiting us within this reading. And yeah, now let me tell you what we have in each reading. First of all, joining us with this reading is we have 2 oracle decks. This oracle deck is the African Gods Oracle, and then we have the Hip Hop Queens Oracle deck, and that is here. Just so you know, we have some charms here, and if I feel like I need to add more to the reading, I will be pulling some charms. I have some Florida water, which I was cleansing the area with and cleansing a candle before we did the reading. Also, this candle holder is Himalayan salt. And if you didn't know anything about Himalayan salt, it is good for cleansing and deodorizing the air. It eases coughing, it reduces some allergy and asthmas, and improves your mood and concentration, enhances some better sleep, okay? And then lastly, it increases energy levels, okay? So let's go on to the pick a card reading. Now, if you are new to pick a card, the timestamps for each pile will be down below. So this is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. If you are like, well, I still don't understand, you pick one pile. You could pick more than one if you do have this Jupiter energy. 2 is the most, okay? I wouldn't go overboard. Have a balance here. But you pick the one that resonates with you. It could be the color, it could be the size of the cards, it could be the names of the decks, what I'll give you in a minute, or it could be the crystal that is above here that can help you, or you can pick off of the number. What's your favorite number? Or just any, mini, miny, mo. Whatever floats your boat. I will be using the oracle cards within the reading, so don't worry about the oracle cards, okay? So for pile 1, we have the pyrite crystal. And I usually keep this by my bedside, this crystal, and it is about a protective stone that shields its users from harmful effects of negative energy and on the mind, on the body, on the spirit. It also enhances the mental capacity and provides emotional healing for the believer. And it's also good during meditation and bringing positive and encouraging positive energy for your well-being. Now, it's called the Fool's Gold. Yeah, it's called the Fool's Gold, and a lot of people think that it brings abundance and money to them, hence why I have it by my bedside. I actually have it on my bedside to help my husband. I noticed the crystals on my bedside helps him, and the crystals on his bedside helps me. Very interesting how that works, but yeah, I figured that out the first night that I put the crystals by my bed. It affected him more than it affected me. Anyway, so, and that's for pile 1. And the deck that we are going to use for pile 1 is the Spirit Song Tarot. For pile 2, we have the calcite. And the calcite is an excellent stone for removing spiritual energy blockages, and allowing for the flow of positive vibration and healing. It stimulates the mind and helps improve memory too. So if you have some memory problems, this will help you. When used during meditation, one can let go of the past and restore their hope for the future. Its high vibrations may also improve vitality and enhance enthusiasm. Okay. Now the deck that we are using for group 2 is, I'm not sure if it has a name. This deck is just called Tarot, and I probably purchased this off of Amazon. Okay, so it's just a basic tarot deck. It does have keywords and astrology zodiac planets attached to the deck if you pick this one, but I know that on my own anyway, so just wanted you to know that that is what it's on there. So next we have the Celestine crystal, and this crystal is believed to have a very high frequency that attracts certain individuals. It is said to enhance your intuition, allowing whoever's using it to extend their consciousness. It activates the crown and the third eye chakra. I actually bought this crystal during Pisces season. I remember it relating to that. Many believe that this crystal is powerful to connect with angelic realms and open communication with spirit guides. It can help anyone feeling lost to understand their higher purpose in life, which is so interesting during Pisces season, and what this crystal can help far as healing. And the name of the deck is Lucid Dreams Tarot. That's all connected, by the way, if you didn't know. And yeah, so that is the name of this tarot deck. And lastly, for pile 4, in pile 4, we have another calcite crystal, and they use this crystal for healing rituals, also considered a protective stone from people in ancient Mexico. It's often used for amulets and talisman, and it was believed to be a stone to have the ability to ward off evil spirits. Love this crystal, actually. Okay, so this is what we have for our reading. And before we get to our reading, I want you to know that I have a special gift for you. Hello there, my beautiful souls. I am Danyell Carmelita, your favorite tarot reader and astrologer. Are you ready to take your spiritual journey to the next level? Introducing Danyell's Astro Tarot Elite Club, your exclusive getaway to daily insights, cosmic guidance, and so much more for just $4.99 a month. As a member, you'll receive daily readings designed to align your day with the universe's energy. Start each day with clarity and confidence. Do you need a personal reading, or do you want to have your astrology chart read fully? With being a member, you also can enjoy exclusive discounts on all my offerings just for our elite members only. Do you love my YouTube videos? Do you love my Instagram posts? Also, becoming a member, you get early access to all my content. Be the first to dive into new videos and more before anyone else. Do you have burning questions about your spiritual journey or astrology? Enjoy exclusive Q&A sessions where I will answer all your pressing questions. Plus, get a behind the scenes look of how I prepare my readings and create create my content. You'll see the magic unfold. And for all my astrology lovers, you also get exclusive content like my Mercury retrograde survival kit, detailed guidance for every full moon or every new moon, and more. You'll be able to navigate the cosmos with confidence. All for just $4.99 a month. That's less than a cup of coffee. For a month full of daily guidance, exclusive perks, and unique content. Join Danyell's Astro Tarot Elite Club today and elevate your spiritual path. Click the link in the bio or below to join now and start your journey with us. I can't wait to see you in the club. See you later. Okay, now that you have that all settled, let's go on to your reading. I shall see you there. Hello, Group 1. Welcome to your reading. Okay, so let's go over the theme of the month for you. I'm going to first mix up the cards. Oops. Okay, so let's go over the theme of the month. And the overall theme of the month is opportunities of inspiration. You're going to have some new sparks of drive, some new inspiration, maybe overall courage of the month. Okay, it's going to give you some courage. You're going to feel motivated. You're going to have the drive. You're going to be inspired. You're going to be motivated. I guess that's all the same thing, but that is the theme of the month. I think that's very positive. This is also the energy of having fun and being confident, okay, and being very creative, okay. Now, the challenge for you this month of August is that, so you'll have some confidence, but there may be some issues with your energy level of moving slow, okay, and maybe some issues with long-term energy and not focusing on long-term, but just thinking of the now, and that may be some challenge for you. Also, not paying attention to the details. Thinking of your career, thinking of your health, being organized, all that could be a challenge for you this month. And the opportunities for you this month is water energy. The opportunities for you is that you're going to have a lot of options, especially when it comes to your emotions, especially when it comes to your spirituality, your intuitions. A lot of doors will be opening for you, even in the option of creativity, and creativity that involves your spirit, that connects to your soul, okay? But yeah, there's a lot of options. Even when people have cloudy judgment, you're going to be able to see the clear choice in what's going on. So I'm very ambitious. These two seem very hand in hand, and this is the opportunity. And when you're facing the dilemma and the challenge of the month, use the opportunity that you have of the month to help improve your month. Okay, now the advice that we have for the month is the 10 of acorns, and this is positive energy. But when you have a heavy load of baggage, you may be taking on a heavy load, and the advice here is to keep going. There is a mountain and you have to carry a whole the advice here is to carry the heavy load. There isn't a load that's too heavy for you this month, okay? You may think it's baggage, you may be thinking it's too heavy, you may be thinking you're not strong enough, but with this courage here, you can do anything you put your mind to, okay? Now, you don't want to overdo it, okay? But don't worry, because this journey of whatever this heavy load is going to end shortly. You're at the climax, you're at the zenith of it, okay? And this also means that there's infinite possibilities and new beginnings on the horizon here. So just climb over that mountain and you shall conquer. Now, the outcome, if you shall follow the advice, is that you'll be able to see things in a different perspective. You'll have some patience. You'll have some solitude to really think about things. This is also the energy of thinking outside of the box. This energy will help you think outside of the box once you climb that mountain with this heavy load, okay? Very positive energy. Solitude, spirituality is also considered with this, with the outcome. So being able to spiritually feel things without using your words. Also, this is also self-sacrificing. So So the outcome will end up that someone will be you will be sacrificing yourself in the help of others, in the need of others. Okay. Yeah, really supporting and having compassion for others. Okay. So that is what we have. Let's break down week by week of August for you. And the first week, you're going to be very adaptable. The first week, you might have to make a decision that you can't quite make, or maybe you're going to be multitasking. Maybe there's going to be multiple ways of making money. But there's two things you have to endure and focus on, okay? And you can do it. It may cause some a little emotional upheaval, very tiny, but yeah, it's about focusing on two things and multitasking and being adaptable and being flexible and being able to do two things at once. Okay, so that is week 1. Week 2, we have saving money. Okay. Also, don't be a hoarder, but week 2, you want to focus on saving your finances and at the same time not being greedy and not being closed off to the resources that are coming. Because sometimes when you're closed off and you're not giving, you can't receive at the same time. At the same time, you want to save your money. You want to focus on security, financial security, and not focus too much on losing control. Okay. And the third week, we have communication for you. Okay. So really work on communication. We have some tricky planets retrograding. Mercury's retrograding this month. So really work on communication. You do have choice. You do need to have trust. Also, when you are dealing with someone you are trying to communicate to, sometimes the things that are not said out loud is really the clear communication. So focus on that. This week also will probably be a lot of networking and socializing. This week is also going to be dealing with youthfulness and being very flexible and adaptable. You have that going on 2 times this month. And the 4th month of this is that you will have to, the seed you planted is going to reap this month. Whatever you were dealing with long term, is the results are going to now show up in this month. Also, this is the energy of doing the opposite, planting the seed and taking your time and making sure it grows. So maybe don't do the action, start the action, but think long term. Okay. So if you are planning a business, if you are planning to date someone, if you're planning a project, maybe starting the planning process to actually get it moving. I hope that makes sense. I'm like losing my words today, but yes, this is long term. This is stamina. This is determination. This is patience. Okay. It's a very humbling experience, but when you're dealing with your income, when you're dealing with your finances, when you're dealing with your home, when you're dealing with physical things that you value, you have to think in the long term and you have to persevere and have some strong determination. Okay. And patience. Okay. So that is what we have for the weekly breakdown. So now let's talk about your career. And for your career, we have resistance. There may be some resistance this month with your career, okay? Maybe you're being resistant. Maybe whoever you work for, there's some resistance. With the resistance, though, you want to be adaptable and flexible, okay? Maybe see both sides of the coin. Don't be too stubborn. Also, with the resistance, you want to focus on saving your time and saving your energy, okay? Don't put up a fight. Just let it go. Far as relationships, there may be some pride coming, you may be dealing with this month. Pride is that ego, okay? And with that pride, you may be wanting to be very controlling, and you want to release that and not be as controlling, because sometimes that pride is what happens when dealing with love. Maybe someone hurts your feelings and you're too prideful to explain your emotions, and maybe you need to be real and honest. That's what is really what that's saying too. Also, Megan Thee Stallion. Sometimes I don't know Sparky D, but I definitely know Megan Thee Stallion. And sometimes that pride comes off as cold and doesn't come off as like authentic, and that rubs some people the wrong way. Maybe in a relationship, they're thinking, oh well, she's too good for this, so she's not even hurt, or he. So be aware of that pride. Okay, now with this pride, you may be limiting your choices, so be aware of that. Okay. in your relationship. Now, let's talk about your health. And with your health, you may be a little superstitious, okay? Okay, so the health here is really dealing with your physical health, it's dealing with your emotional health, and your mental health. And I'm wondering if your mental health or your spiritual health is not really being worked out here. I wonder if there is something that you feel like someone put a hex on you, or you feel like you had bad luck, and maybe you have food poisoning, or something with your health is very unexplainable, and it's all about the feelings, okay? And when it's involving your health, I want you to be responsible. I know that doesn't make sense, but responsible for as like, what would a Virgo energy do in responsibleness, okay? Also, you need to have some courage. You need to be dedicated to your body. You need to have the fire and drive and be motivated in taking care of yourself, regardless of whatever the superstition has to be. Oh, this is Kaylani. Kaylani, I know, is a mom. I think she used to date The Game too. And when I think of Kaylani, I do think that she's very vocal in the things that besides just her music. And she's had some, I wonder why it's superstition though. I don't know Kaylani a lot, but yeah, I do know I think she's from LA, and she did a song with Keisha Cole and it just didn't work out. Anyway, but when it comes to your health, you probably want to listen to the feelings and the emotions that you're dealing with, because that could be affecting your mental health, okay? And when it affects your mental health, then it affects your physical health, okay? So be aware of that. But whatever cards it's touching is what you need to understand. You do have choices when it comes to your health. You do need to be responsible when it comes to your health, and you need to have some long-term determination when it comes to your health, okay? And then lastly, it's not last, we have the finances. And when it comes to your finances, I'll put this here actually. When it comes to your finances, let's use your voice. This is Angie Martinez, and she has a radio show, and she's all about asking questions and interviewing, and that is what you need to do. Ask the right questions about your finances, okay? If you need some financial advice, ask. Okay, if you need some financial advice, research. This is someone who's going to read, they're going to communicate, they're going to ask the right questions. And if you are having any issues this month with your finances, you need to use your voice and speak up. Maybe you have to pay some taxes, and maybe you're like, I don't have the money to pay my taxes. Well, do the research. Call them and say, well, what can I do? Okay, use your voice is basically what I'm saying. And for personal growth, you need to be very versatile. You need to be very open. You need to be adaptable. You need to be open to love. Okay, maybe explore different loves when it comes to your personal growth, the areas of self-improvement, the areas of personal development. You want to be very communicative. You want to be very trustful, and you need to be very versatile. You need to be very adaptable in those things. Also, you want to think about long-term energy with your personal growth, not just the here and now with your personal growth. Okay, so now let's go into what we are going to do, the astrological influences. Now, the sun is going to be in Leo, and then it will go into Virgo. And with that, there's going to be some new opportunities, some sudden surprises. Okay, I mean, you got to think outside of the box. You got to be brave. You got to be courageous. Maybe you need to create something new, and be aware of that when it comes to your drive, when it comes to your ego. Maybe you will be traveling. Maybe you will be adventurous. Okay, but there's new opportunities. There's infinite possibilities with this. Then with your moon, which is about your emotions, it's about your mom, which is also about things you fear and things you lack. And we have the 9 of acorns in reverse. So this is usually someone who is wounded, and they're standing in front of the gate, and they're persevering. Okay, they have some patience. Okay, and even if they're wounded, and when it comes to your moon, you may be emotionally wounded, okay? And it is hurting you on the inside. You want to release that. You want to express it. You want to know that you have choices. You are just not alone, okay? Also, don't think in lack. Don't think in the fear. The moon does involve fear, and it involves when everyone leaves how you truly are. And it looks like here you feel powerless, okay? It looks like here you feel like I can't keep moving. I can't keep pushing it emotionally this month. Okay. Be aware of that. Remember to follow the advice of the month, which is to be responsible and to have dedication. Now, next we have for Mercury. Mercury, we have the Four of Shells. And usually this means that you can, you're not looking at what God's giving you. In reverse, you're able to see what God is giving you. And Mercury is retrograding, so it makes sense that this is reverse. And when you have Mercury retrograding in Virgo and in Leo, we retrograding in those both signs, then you are looking internally. So really reflect, use the time to reassess a lot of things when it comes to mental issues and when it comes to communicating. Really take your time, especially when it involves with things that you are very aware of. People may not see it, but you can emotionally feel it, okay? And you're able to see what people can't see. But yes, take your time and reevaluate, okay? Now, when it comes to Venus, which Venus is all about your aesthetics and your beauty, there is a lot of shadow energy here, right? I want you to be aware of spending too much this month, okay? And overdoing it, okay? Maybe partying too much, going outside too much, hanging out with people too much. Maybe your self-esteem, the ego is a little bit too big, okay? Be aware of that. This card also represents the devil. And when you have the devil, it is representing the greatest of all time. And you may be feeling like you are the GOAT. And be aware of that energy, okay? Because it gives a space of not being open and loving to others and not thinking in humility and not practicing humility and not using, how can I explain? Like you're up here and they're down below you, okay? Be aware of that. And then when you put yourself in that box, you are imprisoned in that box, okay? So when it comes to socializing and your self-esteem, don't have the big ego, okay? Confidence is great, but being overconfident is extreme, okay? That is not what you want to focus on, okay? You do want to be empowered and you do want to be loving to yourself. At the same time, you want to practice that with everyone, and don't imprison yourself to material and greed, okay? Stop overspending, okay? So Mars influence here that we have for the month is the Eight of Acorns. This is the Eight of Wands, and there's a lot of movement, okay? You have a lot of energy. You have a lot of drive. You got a lot of action. You're motivated this month, which is very great, okay? Mars is in the sign Gemini. It's a lot of multitasking. There's a lot of communication happening here, okay? Very positive for you in far as getting things done, okay? So that is what we have for you in your monthly August reading. If you guys want more, I have more, of course, and I think I'm going to pull charms and some extra things added onto this reading in my membership club, so go ahead and check that out if you want an extended version of this reading, okay? I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, Pal 2. Welcome to your reading. And you picked this beautiful crystal. I actually love this crystal. It looks a little interesting, not a very beautiful crystal, but there is some beauty that I find in this crystal. Okay, so let's do the monthly overview here, and we're going to get the theme of the month, and the theme of the month is self-care, okay? You may be feeling a little bit lazy, or maybe you're being very creative and you're giving birth to something. Maybe you are actually giving birth to a child. This month also could represent abundance and a plethora of resources around you. This is also the self-care energy, so really focusing on self-care, mental health, your looks, your aesthetics. You could be beautifying some things as well, okay? Really taking care of yourself with this energy. This is also Venus in us, and Venus is representing aesthetics, representing beautiful things, representing feminine energy and socializing. That could be happening. Taurus is also caring about your senses and how do things smell, how do things look, how do things taste. That could be happening, okay? I love this card because if there is a question, the answer is yes this month. This is going to be the month of yes, okay? But being really creative, really optimistic, very positive month for you, okay? I love this, being in abundance and really taking care of yourself and also living in a lap of luxury kind of energy, okay? Now, the challenges of the month is that Some love opportunities could be coming your way and you are missing them, okay? Or maybe this new opportunity of love is causing a conflict, this new relationship. This also could be a new energy of emotions, and your cup is running over. You're very emotional this month, okay? This is dealing with all the water signs, the Cancer, the Scorpio, and the Pisces, and all that energy could be a little overwhelming for you. You know, you feeling intense feelings about things. That could be a little bit challenging for you. Are you being empathetic for others? That could be challenging for you. Overall relationships, it's just running over for you, and it could be challenging for you, okay? So, or maybe there is a new clarity of emotions, and you're aware of your emotions, and you're being really sensitive, but that's okay. It's all new. And maybe also too, the challenge is maybe you are tapping into your spirituality, and it could be a challenge because it is new, okay? Whatever it is new energy. So that's understandable that would be challenging. Now, the opportunities that you have this month is that you are going to be this is someone who is fighting, okay? There is some change, and maybe this change of words or change of contracts or change of communication. This does represent change. This does represent conflict when it comes to your mental, or when it comes to words, or maybe a contract or social media or an email. But it's an opportunity for you. So maybe this conflict that someone's having of exchange of words is going to bring some opportunities for you. Maybe this fight that someone had and they regretted it is going to bring new opportunities for you. It looks like the energy of being very clever with your words is going to bring opportunities for you this month too. So yeah, that seems very positive. Now, the advice of the month is to, okay, so the advice here is to follow, basically, the advice here is to have some true values. What you pay attention to, what you are truly aligned with, what do you truly value, okay? Who's on your side kind of energy here. This is the energy of paying attention to your choices, really communicating with your partner, finding some harmony. What else do you want to do? Look at your true calling. Find a balance between masculine and feminine energy this month. That is what we have for the advice. And the outcome, if you shall follow this advice of that you have choices, or maybe pay attention to your love, communicate, multitask also is the advice here. I'm trying to think of everything. Pay attention to the messages. If you follow that advice, then you are very content. You see success at the end of the month, okay? You're looking at all the things that you have, and you're like, oh, this is very positive. This is abundance. This is growth, okay? Yeah, it's success and happiness. Oh, also with this card, you'll be able to make a wish if you follow this advice here, and it's going to come true, okay? Now, let's see what we have for each week of this month. For the first week, we have multitasking. You're going to have to look at both sides of the coin. You're going to have to be flexible. You have to, if you have options, you got to do both of the options, okay? Weigh both sides of the options this first week. Balance your finances. Balance your health. Be flexible with your finances. Also be resourceful. There is some emotions that could be happening here. At the same time, you can do it. Okay, God gave you this ability to do this. This makes me think of Gemini energy. So also being very adaptable when it comes to your finances. Okay. And then we have for the second month that there may be a message coming, or maybe you're very curious about something in a love department, okay? This is also dealing with some dreams that you could be having, something that's moving very slow in the spiritual department, something that you are newly learning when it comes to relationships. This week could be happening, something that you're tangibly getting a new relationship. Like a relationship of something physical. I hope that makes sense, okay? Yeah, but it's also the beginning of, okay? Beginning of being creative, beginning of being spiritual. These things are starting to form in you, and you're just learning how to do it, but you really need to take your time in this second week, okay? On the third week, Oh, we have some delusion happening, okay? You may be thinking you have a lot of choices, but they're clouding you. You may be in a fog this week, okay? Things are not very clear. There may be materialism happening. Maybe you're overspending or overbuying things, okay? Maybe there's wishful thinking and you can't see clear, okay? Sometimes when you have too many options, it's not great. Sometimes when you have too many physical things, you're like a hoarder and you don't have any personal space and it causes baggage. So be aware of that week. Also for the fourth week, very positive here. You're going to be very creative in a leadership way. People are going to come into you and it's very boss-like energy. This is very authoritative and very courageous. Leadership. Oh, also they're visionary. This week is going to be very visionary, boldness, powerful, very masculine, strong energy, okay? This also could be that you're being very physical with your body too, okay? So let's see what else we have for this month in August. And let's look at the focus of the challenge, the focus themes, okay? So first we're going to look at your career. With your career, we are doing the waning moon. And during the waning moon phase, it's going to be time to banish all the evils. Now, this is a phase in which the moon decreases in brightness, and we're talking about your career. So something could be disappearing or dying out for a few days. It's a time for a symbolic death with your career, a resurrection with your career, making the right time for a closure of something that you no longer desire in your career. Banishing negative energies when it comes to your career, the ending or releasing of certain situations with your career, the reversal of unwanted situations pertaining to your career. It's a time to reflect regarding your career. After all, not everything you want is good for you when it comes to your career, okay? So now let's look at your relationships. And with your relationships, we have, when your relationships here, we have the IKEA card. No, IKA, the IKA card, okay? And this is about avoiding reality only makes you face the same issues again and again. So this is someone who's not trying to face what's really going on in your relationships, okay? Maybe someone has a dramatic personality. Someone is over exaggerating. Is this you? Or maybe over exaggerating the situations within a relationship. Lives on an emotional roller coaster. Is the relationship going through ups and downs? Are you being impulsive? Takes everything to the extreme in the relationship, okay? Has difficulty trusting others, carries trauma due to physical or sexual violence. That is what you have with this during your relationship, okay? I just want to give some advice for you to breathe. Okay, look inward, seek and recognize how maybe what you're doing. Maybe you need to look at your past hurts. Just really look inside. Don't blame the person in your relationship, okay? Really look and see where you lie, where your faults are in regards to your relationship. Now, let's look at your health. And your health here, with this card, it looks like you may be afraid of what is happening regarding your health, okay? I'm so afraid of what the future may be, you don't even act. Okay? You're so scared to go to the doctor because you're scared that the diagnosis is going to be true. This is a lack of confidence here. This is also living in fear, not living in love. This is also having no faith in God. Be aware of that when it comes to your health. And then two, this fear, that you have with your health can cause some aggression, okay? Making you stand out in a crowd because you're just this dark space, okay? It can cause some relationship issues with your mom. Tendency to take responsibility for problems of others instead of focusing on yourself because you don't want to focus on your health. Thinks a lot but acts little. Just thinking about the negativity and actually having no action towards the negativity of your health, leading to stagnation, no movement, no progression. Okay. Serious illness with spiritual background could also be an issue with your health. So check that out if you can. Okay. Now let's look at your finances. And with your finances, ooh, I actually love this deck here. First of all, I love a deck that is brutally honest. Okay. With your finances, we are dealing with alfalfa. Okay, and it's about chaotic life and results of chaotic choices. Are you not being organized with your finances? Okay, fanciful and utopian. Just thinking only positive, like, oh, if I spend this, I'll still have money tomorrow. Indecisive with your money. Lives in affliction with your money. This could also be like, if I don't spend my money, I'll lose all my friendships, or I'll lose what I have. Also a fear of money, okay? Be aware of that when it comes to your finances this month. And then lastly, we have personal growth. And with personal growth, we have Osa. And you need to have some fire. You need to have some passion. Very energy here about being the boss. I'm thinking that's going to happen with you this month because it is the ending of the month here at the end of the week. But when it comes to your personal growth, it's very positive. This is a positive card, okay? And it's strategic intelligence when it comes to your personal growth, okay? You may be very generous when you decide to heal yourself. Okay. You're going to be working hard on your personal growth this month. It's great will power. People are going to be attracted to you when you start to heal yourself. You're going to be very charismatic because you are working on yourself. You're not going to be holding on to grudges. This also can help you with your intuitive energy and being very clairvoyant because you are deciding to heal spiritually as well. Okay. So now let's talk about what we have for the astrological influences. Okay, so we're going to start with the sun. Okay, now your sun this month is going to really be focused on giving and charitable acts. It's also going to be focused on harmony. This month you're going to be very driven. Your ego is going to feel very balanced when you are being generous. Okay, and I think we discussed that in this reading already. Also, when it comes to the moon and it's your emotions and your fear, you have some fear of haters. Okay, you have some fear that you were just being praised and now everyone's coming to attack you. Okay, you got to stand your ground emotionally. Stand your ground. Okay, you got to face the fear is really what it is. You have to face the fear, okay? Don't live in the darkness here. Face your fear. And it's really also about your health here. That moon really seems to be focusing on that. Now, when it comes to your thinking, don't have secrets, okay? Don't be deceitful with your words. Do not steal people's ideas, okay? This month, be aware of that because that's the Mercury, and Mercury's retrograding, okay? Also, let's not focus on someone else's health and you're not focusing on yours, okay? That is also dealing with Mercury retrograding in the sign Virgo. And then when we are dealing with Venus, which is about beauties and aesthetic, let's not focus on what you already have, okay? Venus is like, oh, the self-esteem is low. No, you have great self-esteem. Focus on yourself. Focus on your love. God has given you things and you're not happy with it, okay? And you need to focus on what God is giving you, okay? Especially when it comes to your beauty, especially when it comes to your self-worth, especially when it comes to socializing and your girlfriends, okay? And lastly, we have the Mars. And your drive needs to be focused more internal. You need to focus on healing. This is a very Virgo energy. Seems like you have a lot of things about health going on this month in August, okay? But this is someone who's going to do the research. They're going to organize. They're going to do the self-help, do a lot of self-healing, okay? Practice solitude, get some wisdom, be independent, keep things to yourself while working on it, and then you'll be enlightened, okay? But it's still Virgo energy, so it's about taking care of your health, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed your reading for the month. I will see you next time. Oh, also, if you want a conclusion, I have some extra added things to this reading, and it will be in my members only too. So you can click the link down below, okay? And I'll be pulling some charms and pulling some extra cards. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, group 3. Welcome to your reading. Let's get started. Okay, so we are going to go over the overall theme of this month. So the overall theme of this month is the King of Swords. Okay, very positive. You're going to have some clarity. You're going to be very clear in your communication. You're going to be very logical. Okay, this is someone who has mental clarity, a lot of intelligence, a lot of reading, a lot of seeking the truth, authority with your words, authority with reasoning, very disciplined energy too, very fast, very witty, very social. Networking would be really great for you, and working with groups and being very friendly. You have high standards and you lead heart over integrity. Okay, integrity over the heart. Yeah, very serious too. Could be very strict. Okay. Aquarius energy, very strong, very intellectual. Okay, love that. Also thinking outside of the box and trying something different and something new is the overall theme for you. Very technology, science energy too. Okay, now the challenges of the month is using your words in not a nice way. You have this King of Swords here. Maybe you're new to it. I'm not sure. But this is someone who's having conflict, someone who's having disagreements, someone who regretted what they said and the way they fought. There's also probably a change or a conflict that's happening here. Winning at all costs. You could be stressed out. There could be some aggression with your words or with your mental here. Okay. So be aware of that. This is also intimidating others, or someone's intimidating you. But I think you're more than one intimidating others. Okay. You see it has Aquarius and Venus here. Venus is like your self-worth, and in the sign Aquarius, the self-worth could be a little bit different. Okay. People are attracted to the fact that you're a little bit different, and that could be causing some challenges for you. Okay. So let's see what the opportunities are for you this month. And the opportunity is that you did have some heartbreak, and this heartbreak is will be an opportunity. So I wonder if this conflict, a lot of swords energy here, a lot of things with words. So this is definitely going to be the theme overall. But there's some trauma here, and that's actually going to turn to be an opportunity here. Okay. This is Saturn and Libra, and Saturn and Libra is going to bring some seriousness when it comes to your charm, some seriousness when it comes to your aesthetics, some restrictions, and some long-term energy when it comes to harmony. Okay. So whatever this Three of Swords, this heartbreak, which was very emotional, it's actually an opportunity for you. I know that cannot be seen as I'm saying it, but it is. Also, normally in the cards that I use, my favorite tarot deck, there is a Sankofa symbol, which I have here, which is about looking in your past to help you not repeat it in your future. And that is going to be the opportunity that you have. Okay. Now let's look at the advice that you have for the overall month. The advice you have is to move very slow, take your time, be responsible, be slow and steady, be efficient, look at the details, be very practical, and hardworking. Okay. Don't give up. Stick to the same routines. Be very diligent. Be very meticulous. Okay. So that is what you want to do, especially when it comes to your words and processing and work. And also have a health routine. That is also the advice. And the overall outcome, if you to follow this advice, is that you will, instead of this king here, you will be the queen. This is someone who is instead of just being cold, ice cold, now you're involving your emotions here, okay? And you're going to be soft with your words. You're going to be honest. You're going to have some clear boundaries in a very loving and respectable way. Very direct communication, but the direct communication is to heal others and to also with compassion, okay? Very objective, constructive criticism instead of just criticism. Also very independent, right? Energy. And also bringing the aesthetics and the socializing and the harmony, and also could be dealing with law here, and maybe the law is going to be the honest truth here. Justice for you is really the word that I'm thinking. Okay, so that is what we have. That would be the outcome, and it's very positive. Let's go over the week that you have here. The first week you may be saving a lot of money, you may be greedy, you may be possessive, maybe feeling a little frugal. Okay, too cheap, not wanting to spend. Money is the energy here. But you could be thinking long term that first week, or you could be hoarding some stuff and being greedy. So let's see how that plays out. But it's definitely something tangible here for the first week. And for the second week, we actually have two cards here. So the first one is Page of Pentacles, and this is someone who's moving slow. They're starting to learn their finances, starting to really take their time on some long-term goals, okay, or some long-term financial energy, and really starting the groundwork on it and planning and being consistent, or starting a health journey this second week. And then also you have the time for rest. You need to rest, especially when it comes to your words. So it looks like this week you're going to be focusing more on some slow energy for long term, and then at the same time resting your tongue, resting your mind, okay, because we see the words are going to be here this whole month. And then the third week is going to move fast for you. Very fast movement. There could be some traveling. Fast communication can be happening here. Things are going to be rapid. There's progress. There's movement. There's immediate action. Also excitement. Okay. Again, 2 cards for the last week of August. And the last week of August is what you reap, you shall sow. And this is also long-term investments, long-term energy, being patient. Here is what you get. So the last week is about being patient, especially about your finances. And Taurus energy in Saturn, so it's really going to be determined about your long-term goals, okay? And then we have here some challenges, some competition, okay? Maybe there is a fight, maybe there is a disagreement, maybe there is a conflict this last month, but you should be focusing on your long-term goals. There could be some clashing of the egos. There could be some aggression here. This is a Leo energy, and it's very serious about its conflict, so be aware of that of the last week, okay? Love these cards here. I actually don't use them that much. Let's see what else we have for the areas of focus. So we're going to first start with your career, and you need to finesse, okay? Cash Doll started from the bottom, now she's here. So yeah, you need to finesse the system when it comes to your career. Be very creative, try new ways of doing things. When people put you in a box, just keep going, do not give up. And Cash Doll, from what I understand, she seems like a very strong female rapper, okay? Now, when it comes to your relationships, this is fluid. She thinks outside of her box when it comes to her relationships. I think, she identifies in different ways, and maybe you want to change the identity of your relationship. I'm not saying to be a lesbian or gay or straight or heterosexual. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that maybe you want to take the roles of your relationship and change them. And this could be friendship too, okay? Or maybe you want to not label the relationship. Just try something different. Be open and fluid. And it doesn't mean that you have to be open in sexuality. I mean, open to new ideas. If your partner says, let's try this, go on an adventure, or let's try things my way instead of trying things your way, then okay, you know what? I'm going to be open to that. I'm going to be fluid, okay? And then we have health. And with your health, ooh, it's Sweetie. Sweetie gets knocked out and gets criticized all the time. I wonder if you're trying something different with your health and people are criticizing you. I do a diet of no vegetables. I know that's very different, but it actually works. So maybe that's something you're doing. Maybe you're trying something that people think is very bizarre in your health. And she's not very bizarre, but style and health. How can I put this? This is someone who actually cares about the aesthetics of the... Maybe you need to care about your physical health and care about how your looks. Maybe that needs to be the focus of your health here, because it says style here. But Sweetie also, she's very trendy. So it makes me think that you want to try some new trends when it comes to your health, the popular trends. Maybe they're not all that bad as you think they are, okay? Now we have your finances. And with your finances, you're being a little superstitious, okay? Go off of your gut feeling. Go off of what, this doesn't feel right. I shouldn't invest in this. I shouldn't put my money in this, or I should take my money and save. The superstition is sometimes good and sometimes bad. So beware of the cloudy judgment when it comes to your finances. And then lastly, for personal growth, you need to hustle. You need to work hard. You can't give up, okay? So now let's do the astrological influences. And first we have the sun. And when the sun, for you, there's going to be a culmination. This is also representing Saturn. Saturn is about limitation and being very serious, okay? When you're involving your ego, when it comes to something that you really want, you need to think long term. You need to plan, and you need to close it out probably, or think of how can you feel accomplished, okay? Think about the bigger picture. Maybe this is involving the internet too, and you're achieving something on the internet. Then also when we have we have two cards here, and it's involving the moon. The high priestess and judgment. Oh, very deep energy. This is very intense, the judgment card. So when it comes to your fears, when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to your mom, there's some intensity here. There's a transformation. Maybe you need some healing. And then also the high priestess is intuitive energy, and it's very mystical, very mysterious, but there's inner wisdom when it comes to the spirituality. Okay, inner knowledge. You're dealing with your subconscious. This is moon energy. Okay, so when it comes to your fears, when it comes to things that are hidden, when it comes to your true self, you need to tap into that intuition and really have whatever you truly are called here to do, and also have some healing here. Okay. Now, when it comes to Mercury, and Mercury is about your words and how you process things, there's going to be a heavy load. There's a mountain you have to climb, and you have these heavy burdens and extra responsibilities, especially when it comes to words. So I wonder if you have to make an announcement or give someone a serious talking to, and it's really huge. But don't have a burnout. It's okay. Maybe take your time, move slow. You still have to carry a heavy load because, we are human. We have things that we have to do. Just be aware that this is the end of the journey. This represents a 10, and 10 means that this is the end. And now once you get over this hump, this is it. This is the highest. This is the worst it's going to be. Okay. Especially when it comes to your mental process and your communication. And then we have Venus, and Venus is like, oh my gosh, I'm by myself. I'm lonely. I'm lacking. This Venus energy is very, I don't even have enough money kind of energy. You feel like it's a very lack mindset. And when you have a lack mindset, it's really you living in fear. It's really you not having faith. So you need to practice your faith. And remember the advice of the month, you guys, okay? And then lastly, we have your Mars. And your Mars is you achieving and driving, and you're feeling like you're stuck. You're feeling like you can't move. You're feeling like you're imprisoned. This is also an illusion, okay? These are things that are in your head, okay? Because you're putting yourself in this prison, you're putting yourself in this box. You're the one having negative thoughts. It's not really what really is true. This is also a victim mentality when trying to pursue your goals, when you're trying to get at that lady, when you're trying to achieve the money. You're putting yourself in a box. You're trapping yourself. So release your mental prison that you're in, because it's all in your head, and these are words that you keep feeding yourself. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed your reading. I'm going to continue this reading on to my membership. The link is down below, and I have extra cards to pull so you can understand what's going on. Okay, I will see you guys next time, or I will see you there. All right, bye. Hello, Pal 4. Welcome to your reading. You picked this wonderful crystal. I just love the shape of it as well. So let's get started. First, we're going to talk about the overall theme of the month for you. And so we have some new opportunities when it comes to your inspiration, when it comes to your drive. You're going to be very motivated overall in this month. New beginnings with ideas and revelations and exciting adventures is going to be happening for you in this month of August. Maybe you're going to be really creative. It's very positive energy, a renewed spirit of strength, physical strength, being very courageous too. Finding your purpose and your drive also too is what you're going to have. Let's see what else we have for this month. And we're going to start off and see, the overall month is being very creative and very inspired and motivational, and have a lot of energy, physical energy. Also be dealing with the physical body and sports too, okay? Working out too. Now let's see what we have for the challenge. And the challenge is going to be your solar plex. And the solar plex is located between your navel area, just below the rib cage, and it represents power and vitality and willpower and your self-esteem and confidence. So the overall theme is going to be this, and this is a challenge for you. You're really going to have to work on your self-esteem. You're really going to have to work on your confidence. This energy center is where your emotions and feelings are recorded. This chakra is associated with the clairsentience inner feeling, which is a major psychic reception area. And to balance this chakra, you may want to try some yoga, some dance, some movement, some breath work. In addition, be aware of people who drain your energy when you're dealing with this challenge. You can take some workshops and classes that focus on empowerment. Maybe read a book on self-empowerment. Read a book on being very courageous, and wear the color yellow this month, okay? When you're having problems, maybe light a candle, because this is a fire element, okay? And you want to keep saying, I can, okay? Now let's see what we have for your positive energy. And the opportunities that you have this month is that you're going to be recognized, and there's going to be rewards. You're going to have a reward for a job well done. And yeah, people are going to reward you for your hard work. Your skills, your expertise, and your craftsmanship abilities are now being honored. Also pay homage to yourself. This can help you with this confidence, okay? This is going to be great energy, great positive energy, because it's going to acknowledge of your confidence in who you are and your passion and your inspiration. Also, this card can come forth to represent a family or a group or people coming together, all whom aiming and striving towards a common goal. That could be an opportunity for you this month. Accept the help that's being offered. That is an opportunity. If someone's saying, I want to help you, yes, this is an opportunity. More possibilities are in the works. So be sure to lay out a solid foundation from your past achievements as well. And this will help you be ready for the next opportunity. In addition, this card is a reminder to take care of your physical body. Okay. After all, it's what carries the soul that helps you with this material world. Okay. So that is what we have. Let's see what we have for the advice. And the advice is you need to take positive movements forward. You need to heal. You need to have a transition. This also could be solitude, right? Packing light and healing is the advice. Really work on healing this month. 8 is infinite possibilities when you work on healing. And when you work on healing, sometimes it involves a transition. So you probably have to transition from one friend to no friends. You may have to transition and moving home to another home, or moving an environment, or who do you hang out with. Whatever it is, you need to move on, because it involves a new journey, new healing, and a new transition. Okay, let's see what we have for as your outcome of the month if you follow this opportunity here. And the outcome is that good things come to those who wait. This card signifies the quality of patience and letting go of control. And you won't have to control everything. You will see in due time that everything is going to be very positive for you. Also, this is going to be a time of reassessing. That is going to be the outcome, and taking a break, rethinking what's in front of you before you continuing. That will be the outcome, because now all this stuff is like, okay, let's reassess and let's redo some things this month. And you're going to be able to be aware of that for the outcome of this, especially when you're doing that journey. Okay. Now let's see what we have for the overall weeks. Okay. I'm going to pull, that's week 1. Week 1 is going to be some disruption. Maybe you're going to be living in fear. There's something that you can't sleep over. Remember to, maybe it's this journey you have to do. Okay. Week 2 is very positive. Okay. When it comes to your finances and spiritual prosperity. And okay, hold on. Let me pull a card here for week 3. And week 4. For the second week, the number 6 physical card represents peaceful, tranquil time, when problems seem to actually disappear. So the problems that you have for week 1 are going to start disappearing in week 2. Okay. A sudden bonus, pay raise, or even, you may also get some money in week 2. Maybe someone's going to all of a sudden give you a raise. Maybe you'll get a bonus. Maybe there's a promotion. It could be expected or arrive out of the blue. This card also signifies that a group that has worked and strived towards the success of a common goal that you've been working with, that's probably going to work out for you, right? And it makes me think of this here. But it's definitely a time of prosperity and balance and harmony in your physical and spiritual existence, okay? And it's going to show up in this week. You had some doom and gloom this first week, but the second week looks very positive. Now, for the third week of August, you have to work on your crown chakra, okay? You have to work on I know. Regardless of what people are telling you, you spiritually know. And the crown chakra is located on your crown, okay, on the top of your head, and it is also called the 1,000-petaled lotus, okay? It's the receiver of the light. This crown is in the center It is the center link of you and the universe, the infinite, and the higher conscious, you and God, okay? It is the connection between wisdom and spiritual alignment. The crown center is the area with ethereal light and energy that you receive and then disperse throughout your aura for total well-being. You have to this week, on this third week, balance this chakra, balance your spirituality, balance your relationship with God. And you have to go off of I know. You do know, because you have God within you. God is living within you. God created you like he created the sun and the moon. Okay. And the sun doesn't stop beaming. You have to keep beaming. Okay. That's what you got to work on in the third week. And on the fourth week, you have to work on your heart chakra. And I just want to be very clear that during this week, you need to work on your spirituality. And during this week, you probably need to work on love. Okay. And probably love of self or love with others. The heart chakra is where your heart is. Okay. And this chakra represents unconditional love. You need to work on compassion and harmony and your relationships and healing of yourself, having some self-worth. It is believed to be linked between your mind, body, and soul. Balance in this area may take a while, okay? But you should allow all the time you need so the healing energy can get through and flow freely by loving yourself and others, as well as learning something called forgiveness, okay? Work on that and you'll become more attuned with your spiritual body. Also, this could be this releasing of this transition you have here, okay? So that is what we have. Let's see what else we have in your career. Let's see what we have in your finances this month. Okay, hold on. So this is going to be your career. This is your relationships. This is your health. This is your finances. And this is your personal growth. Okay. Let's see what we have here. So when it comes to your career here, it's very positive, okay? To persist when everyone else would give up is a road to success. You want to be persevering in your career, okay? Do not give up your career. Be very persistent. Be a hard worker. Work on you having a good memory. Be careful and zealous about what and who you like. Careful and zealous about what and who you like for as career. You want to perfect your career and you want to seek excellence in your career. Okay, so that is what you have for that month. As far as the relationship department, you're trying to avoid reality, and it only makes you face the same issues again and again when it comes to relationships. Okay, maybe this is causing some drama in a relationship. Maybe it's an emotional roller coaster. There's impulsivity. People are taking things to the extreme. Mind you, this could be friendships too. Okay, there needs to be a journey of moving on. Okay, because it's very dramatic in a relationship department. This could be love. This could be friendship. Okay, so really seek inward and seek and recognize how much do you play a part. No matter how strong your will or your self-sufficient or your ability to achieve, not everyone around you is prepared to experience a roller coaster of emotions that you are dealing out, okay? Demanding it from them will only reinforce the loneliness that adult life will impose on you. Also, don't have high expectations of others that are unrealistic. That is what I get from this card, okay? Yes. Okay. So that is what we have. Now let's talk about your health. There is going to be a change in your health. Okay. But it looks like a very positive. It looks like you're going to be more serious about your health, and maybe this conflicts with some things you naturally believe in, but there is a change in your health. There's fertility. Maybe you're giving birth, okay? And there is sometimes some conflict in giving birth, because it is painful. But there is strategic intelligence with your health. Your heart, you're working hard. You're being adaptable in your health too, okay? But it's very positive in the health department, and take those changes and embrace those changes that you are doing with your health. Now, when it comes to your finances, it looks like you need some stability and some structure with your finances. Those who deny reality will always live in a distrustful life. Are you lying? Are you stealing? This is disobeying the rules. It makes me think of someone who is stealing, someone who's stubborn or insistent. with their money. Okay, maybe not giving, maybe not compromising with their finances, maybe in a relationship with other, maybe you're going through a battle financially and you're not compromising, difficulty finishing what you started in a project that causes money, or maybe you're very naive when it comes to finances, but it's affecting you financially. Okay, dreaming is good, but anxiety and being naive are your enemies when it comes to finances. The real world is full of dangers, and you won't be able to defeat even wearing your fantasy character armor. Willing to take the risk to discover and explore, you tend to deny reality and may end up getting involved in regrettable situations financially. Only realizing your error when it's too late is what we have here with finances. Okay, now we have for personal growth, right? And it's a number 2, which is about a relationship between you and God. And for your relationship with you and God, the dangers of the world are always lurking. Okay, you need to set some boundaries religiously and spiritually. Okay, use this Saturn and Pisces to do that because it's happening. It makes me think of the Olympics, the opening ceremony, and if you are a Christian, they were just mocking they made a mockery of Christianity, and to each his own on what they felt, but it is a fact that they did make a mockery on Christianity. And whether you're a Christian or not, if you have to set some boundaries and you have to be serious about your spiritual beliefs, whether you're a religious or not. I'm just using that as an example of what's going on. Dangerous choices is what's happening with your spiritual growth. Spiritual weakness, not practicing your spiritual beliefs. Victims of spells and harassment is what's happening with your spiritual growth. Evil energies and bad situations ahead. Be aware of that, okay? Brings dire foreshadow, which must be both feared and respected. No matter how hard you try to avoid them, we are all subject to the dangers of the world, the weather of destiny, and especially the consequences of choices and decisions we make every day. For this reason, the divine answer has already been given, and it is time to withdraw and resign, to resist on saying yes when God tells you to say no. Okay? This is about your mental and spiritual growth. Set some boundaries, okay? That is what we have. Let's do some influences of the astrological influences, okay? And we have the sun first. And with the sun, maybe you're driven and you're going to have some heartache when it comes to your ego, okay? You may be losing something regarding your ego, and that's fine. We all take a boost to our ego, and you just have to release it. And life is about ups and downs, and you don't have to hold on to everything. Okay. So release the ego. Okay. Basically is what I was saying. Now, when it comes to your emotions, the moon, you're going to be having some new beginnings. Okay. It just makes me think, especially with your insecurities, you have some new beginnings here, and the fear is being released there. Also, when it comes to Mercury, which is all about communication, okay? Mercury is also about how you think, and memories of love. Maybe you're going to be thinking of the past, who you used to love, who used to always be. Nostalgic kind of energy, very Cancer energy, looking back, but it's bringing you energy for as communicating. How did you used to communicate, okay? In the past, how did you I wonder if you're going to talk to someone from the past who you used to talk to. Mercury retrogrades do normally bring that, and maybe you're going to be calling someone from your past, maybe an old Virgo friend or an old Leo friend, okay? And then we have Mercury, we have Venus. Venus is emotional loss. Yeah. Looks like you're losing a friend this week, okay? And it's going to affect your ego. It's going to cause a transition in your life, but overall it's going to bring some balance and harmony in you, and you need to focus on that. So Venus is the sign of socializing and maybe some self-worth here, and there's an emotional loss, okay? But it's going to bring some new beginnings for you. It is going to be positive. You need to work on yourself, okay? And then lastly, in the sex department, that's the Mars, okay? Be careful of the temptations that's coming your way, okay? Do not be bondage. Do not have an addiction. Do not go and say, well, you know what? F it all. I'm just going to binge watch Netflix. Be aware of that. Don't go spending all your money. Don't go having sex with random people, okay? Set some boundaries, because you need to set some boundaries spiritually, okay? These two cards are connected. This card is representing the devil. This card is representing some bad omens, and you need to set some boundaries in your spirituality, okay? I hope this resonated with you guys. guys. If you want more to this reading, I'm going to have some more stuff pulled for this reading, and it's going to be in the memberships only. The link is down below. Okay, I will see you guys next time. Look at this candle here. Look at this candle. It lasted all the 4 readings. Okay, I will see you guys next time. Bye.